everyone, today I've got an exciting challenge for you guys. It's the Sharpie challenge, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. You draw with only Sharpies. 24 colours, and I'm gonna open them and I'm gonna go through the colours that I like the most very quickly, and then I'll get on with the drawing. I have no idea what I'm gonna draw, so yeah, wish me luck. Hi guys, so yeah, the Sharpie challenge. I've been looking forward to doing this. I've had the Sharpies in my drawer for 2 weeks now, and I'm like, oh, I've got to get on it, I've got to get on it. So for me, using Sharpies isn't too much of a challenge because I actually use them very heavily at conventions. I do a lot of commissions with Sharpies. So not only do I kind of already understand Sharpies, I've used markers in the past, and even though they're not like Copic markers, I didn't see too much of a full-on challenge as like someone who's never used Sharpies artistically before. So I decided to make myself a little bit of an extra challenge and do the piece lineless. So here I'm just sketching out some thumbnails. I've decided to go with my OCs again. This is Masca, and if you watch my previous video you can see her full design and her character turnaround. And yeah, so I went with like a little 80s themed outfit because I thought she'd look super cute, and I think the colours reflected like the 80s. And so I looked up some fashion reference, and I saw like baggy jumpers and long skirts and leg warmers and frizzy hair, and so I decided to go with that. And so I'm just sketching out the pose on my cardstock. It's my Expressive blending card because I don't get to use it very often now that I do watercolours. And so I just sketched her basic body outline and then put the clothes on top. Sorry, I apologise. And yeah, so at the beginning you saw me rub out a sketch. I did the sketch too big for the paper and I had to start again. So it's better to do like tracing, because then you can like plan out your sketch and then trace onto the paper. But yeah, so I wanted to do this linelessly, and so I did my pencil work and then I erased some of the inner lines so that because I believe that you wouldn't be able to erase the pencil from underneath. I erased some of the inner lines and then went in with my Sharpies and approached it like almost like a painting, I want to say, but not at the same time. It's difficult to explain my thought process whilst doing this. I basically mapped out the folds in the jumper, the sweater, and then just went in with different colours, and I had a lot of fun doing this bit actually. If you hear a bell, it was just because I've got my puppy cat with me. Yeah, so I just mapped out some of the folds in the clothing and then sort of mirrored them on the other side with a different colour, and I think it worked quite well actually. I've always wanted to do lineless work with markers, but it looks so difficult. But maybe this will bring me into something new for this year. Like last year was Year of the Watercolours. But I really like the colours that I got, and I'm so excited to use them at conventions for commissions. So what I normally do for convention commissions is that I have card and people pay me and I do something on the spot, and I do it there and then, and it's like that's part of the attraction. Like people watch me draw something super quick because I do actually draw very quickly. That's one of my skills, I guess. Yeah, and I draw them pretty fast and hand them over and they go away, and they're always done with Sharpies because Sharpies dry very quickly, and they are very effective with the style that I do for commissions. So here I am doing the hair, and the hair was fun because I just did like little circles to sort of, so I'm erasing the whole outline of the hair here, and very gently so that I don't like pull the paper. Oh, chicken. That's Bumble. So yeah, I did like little circular motions with my Sharpie, the yellow Sharpie. And you can see that here. And just built up the shape like that. And then for like the shadow underneath, you'll see what I did. I picked up the peach coloured Sharpie and did like shadow to give the hair some shape without adding the lines. And I actually used to do a lot of lineless artwork, and it's nice to go back to it. I mostly did digital. Well, actually it was entirely digital. I mean, I haven't ever really practiced traditional art until I started YouTube. So I'm mostly like, my art past is like all digital, and I did a lot of lineless digital work. But yeah, you can see I just added the peach to give some shadow, to give the hair more of a 3D feel, rather than it just being like one full flat colour. And yeah, I really enjoyed doing the hair actually. I do have a little confession. I didn't use entirely just Sharpies for this drawing, and you will see that I use a Copic marker. And I'm going to talk about why I used it and why you shouldn't, you know, go straight to the comment section like typing like, oh, it's not a Sharpie challenge if you use something else, because like I get that on every challenge. But right. So I used the Copic because the way I've designed my characters is their skin colour is alien, and it's a very sort of unique colour that I don't even have it in Copics. The Copic I used was E13, and that's the closest to Masker's skin colour. But because I'm doing the comic digitally, it allows me to basically use whatever skin colour I want. And I didn't want to try, like with my nail varnish challenge, I tried to mix it from nail varnishes that I already had. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that with Sharpies. There's nothing in my Sharpie collection that was anywhere near her skin colour. The brown was far too dark and too red, and then the grey was too dark. There was nothing. It's like a greyish, reddish brown. If you look at her character design, then you'll see what I mean. So yeah, I used a Copic marker, just the one, and I just want to talk about how people sort of have this impression that challenges are like really strict, and they're not. They're really not. You do a challenge, and if you're not challenging yourself, then like it's not really a challenge. At the end of the day, you're trying to learn something new, and even if you're not learning something new, you had fun. It's about having fun and learning something new, maybe pushing yourself a little bit further than you normally would, or using a tool that you probably won't ever use again, or you would have never used in the first place, and that's fine. If you then go and alter the challenge ever so slightly, then, you know, for whatever reason, maybe you just wanted to use one Copic marker or something else, or you wanted to do something different to everyone else, and that's fine too. I hate the culture on YouTube in the artists community that like you can only do the challenge the way that everyone else has done the challenge, and for some reason there's like this unspoken set of rules like, oh, you can't use this in the X challenge, and the people I've found who complain the most about challenges are people who don't even make YouTube videos. And I'm really sorry, but they don't, and I'm like, but there's no rules. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if there's any other challenges you'd like to see me do and whether you like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.